Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, Blind Fight Friday. So, for those of you that have been around for a while, we used to do Blind Fight Friday, but we kind of just incorporated it into the whole other Blind Sample Showdown. We're bringing it back, but we're bringing it back with a twist. So we're going to ask you, you guys that watch regularly, we want your opinion. Pick two random models that we have somewhere on the shelf that you would like to see head-to-head. So today,
it could be something we don't have. We'll try to get it.
Pick two bottles that we have on the shelf that you would like to see head-to-head. But today we are going to see the Pappy 12, which we got for $139.99. But I see it regularly on sale at every store between $700 and $1,600.
It was just $3,800 down in Rhode Island.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Going up against Benchmark Small Batch that we can't get in Massachusetts either, but we got this for $18.99. So I'm assuming, and he's already going to be halfway through wanting to refill.
I didn't sip it. So I'm just doing a nose.
We're going to do it today. I'm assuming this is going to win. But the big question is it that much better is going to be the question. So we're going to do it kind of like this. So a little twist today. Mike poured mine when I was out of the room. I poured his while he was out of the room. We may or may not be drinking the same one.
That's the biggest twist.
I'm going to end up putting it on the screen if he'll just stay with one glass for me. So when we're drinking glass number one, which is the one on the left, I'll put what I'm drinking and what he's drinking on this one's very good. This one smells very good. And so again, we may or may not. So it's going to be a win, lose, or draw. One of them's going to win. One of them's going to lose. Or if he picks the opposite of me, that's a draw. And that just goes to show you that it's not that much better.
And both these were 90, you said, right?
Both were the same proof. That's 90.4, I believe. And this is 90 even. That one's very good, just for the record. So now on this one, I get a nice fruity butterscotch on these, but I get that off of most of the Weller products anyways, the Buffalo Trace products.
You do.
So
and I typically don't.
So
I'm getting a nice oaky finish on this one.
All around, this is very, very good. Right, because we could be drinking something totally different. But I know on mine, I get a nice fruity.
Actually, it seems to.
This is what's going to make it hard.
To be a little bit hotter than
this is the same
90. Really.
This is the same. I don't think it's the same mash bill, but it's the same people that make it. So this is the that's why I kind of use this one as I picked this one just because I was curious.
Not disappointed. Let me see how 2 comes around. Are you ready for 2?
No, I am. Because I'm gonna put the things. If you guys don't, just leave a comment down below about everything. I'm gonna try a new editing way. We're going to try to put the bottles out there. If you'd rather not see what we're drinking, you can leave a comment down below on that too. It's just something we're trying out. I think there's a lot of combinations or a lot of 2 bottles that I would like to see go head to head, but it'd be even better if we get suggestions from you guys on what you would like to see. Okay, so on me, I'll just give you my input on it. So I can pretty much, I'm guessing on which one's which. So I get the nice fruity butterscotch on glass number 1 for me. And I get the butterscotch on glass number 2 for me.
I don't get anything standing out extreme.
Okay. So we'll
see on taste.
So if I'm guessing my 2 bottles, and I'm doing it, I haven't even tried it yet, but on the nose, I'm saying it's the way the bottles are for me. Yeah, so even
for a quick taste, I'm probably going to agree that mine are the same way.
Okay, so even on my a flavor profile, like you said, you got a nice oaky finish on your glass. I was getting that also. So when I drink my second glass, it has a nice butterscotch flavor, and but it's not as refined or developed, and it didn't have that secondary. I'm gonna take one more sip on it. It's not as strong oaky presence on my second glass as there was on the first glass.
Mm-hmm.
it's got a different. It kind of it brings me in a whole different category. My big one take on this, and this is kind of why I wanted to do this. I did this with my friend Steve the other day in a variation of it. You know, there's such a disparity. Like the word just went out of my head. Difference in price of these two.
There is.
There's such a huge difference in price. But drinking them back to back like this, I clearly can say one is better than the other, but I'm not hating the other, is what I'm trying to... Like, it's actually...
One of them does have a little bit of a twist in the end, kind of, but...
I know on mine which one I like better and which one I don't on mine. I can do that, but I'm just trying to think. The one thing I will say, especially for those of you that pay secondary, that's on you. You do what you want. But, you know, if you figure this is an $18.99 bottle, and I've seen this, like you said, $3,500, but I've seen it on average, it's at least $1,200 to $1,600 when you see it on the stores. It's not that much better than the $18 bottle. It's better. It's 100% better. Well, I shouldn't say that. Glass 1 is definitely better than Glass 2 in my case. But I'm not unhappy with Glass 2.
All of a sudden, 2's starting to get like a fruity note to it.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm kind of going back and
forth. Well, that's what I'm trying to do now.
Because my Glass 2 is good, but my very finish of the very end of the taste, it has like a little... I get like the nice butterscotch through, but it has like a little, not bitter, but it's a little more bitter, I should say, than what Glass 1 is for me, is bringing more full profile altogether. I'm getting that flavor throughout, and then it ends with a nice happy oaky note on the back end of it. But
that's how my 1 ends with more of an oak. I'm almost thinking I'm gonna maybe stick to my guns on the way they show is kind of what I think my bottles are. Well, my glasses are.
I know my son said he didn't want to have us do this, but leave a comment down below if you like the fact that we may or may not be drinking the same bottle.
Makes it a little more difficult because I listen to what you're saying, and then it's like, now am I reading that into my head or not? Type deal.
And this is kind of why I'm doing that, because Steve kind of suggested this at one point, because he's like, do you just convince? He's like, do you just convince him? And I'm like, I might, because I'm a blabbermouth and I just keep talking. But this will be the true test.
Still go the other way.
The biggest thing is the true test is which one do you end up pushing forward, and more importantly, if you pick, say, this one and I pick this one, or vice versa, that just goes to show you that
less cash, more mash.
Well, no, it just goes to show you that there is a difference, but on any given day, any bottle can win. You know what I mean? You don't always have to pick what you know.
Wow.
Because the more I keep going back to this, what I felt like an inferior drink in the beginning is stepping it up. Like this Glass 2 is waking up. It really is.
See, now I'm getting a fruitier note out of 2. So now I might even be leaning towards switching.
My Glass 2 is definitely waking up. And I don't know if it's because I'm just bing-bonging back and forth. But again, this is why I wanted to do this as the first one, just to show you that there's, you know, any 2 bottles. Now, this is actually hard because I can't remember off the top of my head. This is mash bill. They might be the same mash bill, actually. I forget which one. One's mash bill 1, or it's either 1 or 2. But this is the weeded version, so I don't think these are weeded.
I'm switching now. I'm liking 2 a little bit better, and I'm going to lean towards 2 is going to be the Pappy, and Benchmark's going to be 1. It's starting to come around for me.
No, again, all right. When you've actually made your final decision, but again, this is why we're doing this, because you changed your mind.
I did.
So, again, $18. potentially up to 60. Well, you've seen it for $3,200, but we got it for $139. MSRP is supposed to be $80, but you're never going to find this for anywhere around there. So that just goes to show you it's not as easy as like they're not that far off. And that's why I was like, I thought you'd pick this out in a heartbeat. But
I thought for sure, because I thought it's screaming butterscotch, but it's not.
I think I picked it out in a heartbeat, and I almost hope I'm wrong, just because that would be great. The sad part is I was actually talking to a distributor in a liquor store the other day who was like, "Have you tried one of these yet?" And he points to Benchmark 8, and I'm like, "Yeah, I have." I said, "But I like every one of the other expressions that they have." He goes, "They have other expressions?" And I'm like, "Don't you deliver this?" Because he was like, "I deliver a little thing from Pappy Van Winkle. You ever heard of it?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I've never heard of that one." And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, it's." I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard of it." I was just joking, and I was like, I go, "You're telling me about Benchmark." So his partner was like, "Oh yeah, dude, you haven't tried it? The foolproof, the top floor, and all of them?" And he's like, "No, I didn't know nothing about it." I'm like, "I'm not taking suggestions from you. Thank you very much." I go, "They're very good, but
why are they not in the truck?"
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't answer.
That's what I told him. He's like, "Yeah, that's way above my pay grade." You know what I mean? I just dropped him off. I said, "No." I said, "That's the problem. Every one of the expressions is better than Benchmark 8. Every single one of them. They'd sell like hotcakes up here." Mm-hmm. So once you figure out what you got, I got what I got, and we can just reveal. We can keep this. Take your time. I'm not rushing you. I'll just start playing the Jeopardy song.
No, that's. I'm gonna actually go, because I get it. I still get the nose was coming around in this one, but I get more of an oaky finish on number one.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go 1-2.
So you're going 1-2 also. All right. So for the big reveal, you want to start with you, or you want to start with me?
Go ahead. What do you got? I had, when I gave it to you, it was Pappy and Benchmark.
Okay, so that's what I actually guessed, and that's what I actually figured, that this is the Pappy. But again, I am so not unhappy with the Benchmark.
No,
It's
actually
it's
way cool, because I
very good.
Right in the beginning, I'm like, really, we're gonna go? Why are you gonna pick Benchmark? We don't have another 90 proof, and he's like, trust me, because he's already experimented. But
well, no, because they're not that. There is a difference.
No, there is,
and so you picked your left one, which was Benchmark, and your right one was Pappy Van Winkle. So this is why. So this is a draw.
It did come around, but it was still.
Yeah.
This had an oaky finish.
Blind Fight Friday ends in a draw, and this is why I wanted to do it like this, because this just goes to show you that, again, these would sell, but this one is selling for like thousands, and this is an $18 bottle. And although there is a decisive difference,
if it does come up in a mass, it'll be a $25 bottle. But even still,
right? But still, that beats $1,600. But this is why I wanted to do it this way, not because there's no right or wrong answer. You like what you like and stuff, but it just goes to show you that
I told you
everybody
start coming around.
Everybody searches for these.
Yeah,
this is a great cheap alternative.
It's very good.
To me, it's not as robust and it's not as full, but then again, you liked it better, and that's all that matters, is when you're drinking. Don't get me wrong, that's why I like this one. That's why I'm bumming, because I'm trying not to drink it, because the more I drink them, the more I'm like, that is a great $18 bottle, but we can't get them here. They don't come to Mass or Connecticut or anywhere close to us.
Rhode Island.
No. So, well, there you go.
And if they are in Rhode Island, they're way more money.
Again, we'll wrap this one up. I don't know how long we actually went. So this is Blind Fight Friday. Again, leave a comment down below what two bottles, and they don't have to be the same. I did that on purpose because I think they might even be the same mash bill, but it's just a difference of age. You pick any two random bottles. I'm going to try writing them all down, and again, we'll just put them in order, and I'll try to, anyone who suggests one, if you don't suggest it, we'll keep picking them like this, and I'm going to try to come up with nice, like little ones like this, where this should have been.
It's still way higher.
This should have been. Oh, it is. It is, because we're not talking to each other.
No. Yeah. So now it's a whole reference on, and it does change the longer we were talking.
I'm telling you, this one right here, the longer it sat, this one to me right off the bat,
noses are cranked.
The first, to me right off the bat, it was like, wow. No, that's why I'm saying best $18 bottle out there. It's competing with one that's 6 times more time. So there you go. Blind Fight Friday. Again, leave a comment down below. let us know if you even like this version of the game. I think it's going to be fun because there's a lot of them I want to put head to head. So
It's gonna be tough.
And it is definitely. But again, this one, first one, ends in a draw. So nobody wins, nobody loses. It's a draw. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.